What up, folks? What up, what up, what up? We are doing our draft for Sim Standard Radio League. And guys, we got quite a few needs, guys. Let me show you my current roster.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Look at that. So you guys can clearly see where I'm going. I definitely need to get a QB in this draft.
The Bears are now on the clock.
So let's see what we got here. Let's take a look at the draft board. And it looks like show you everything I got on. I don't want to show y'all that because I don't know who's watching. You know, who could be basically watching the stream as well. But you can see exactly the areas of need, guys. Quarterback, absolutely. We need to replace Ben Roethlisberger. Big Ben was just going to cost too much, guys. It was just too much to try to retain him. You know, he's now going on. He's 39 years old. He wanted $15 million for the year. Couldn't do that. The contract was just going to be crazy. So here we are, guys.
The Bears are now on the clock.
And I figured, why not, why not show the draft, while we're waiting for the real NFL draft, perfect timing. What up, Tony? You willing to trade up for someone? No, not necessarily, man, because who I was going to get, he may already be off the board. So I might have to reach. I may have to reach and grab a guy that they are expecting to be second round talent. But I may have to grab him in the first because I definitely need a QB and I don't want to take that chance. I need a left tackle also. So it's going to be interesting, man. I might have to do left tackle. I may have to go left tackle in free agency or pick up one later in the draft. Quarterback is definitely way more important. But I definitely wanted to do this, man, because, again, the draft is approaching as well as there's so many things that this particular draft process doesn't have that we desperately need. I think we need more information on these players. I think we need an active combine of some sorts, where you could send your scouts or coaches or what have you, GM or what have you, to their combine, pro day, and, those who actually send their coaches out there should be able to get more of a leg up. You can conduct the interviews and all of that. I always say this. It needs to be very similar to what NCAA had as far as when you were trying to recruit, but transform that into an NFL style, so you have those same type of pitches and things like that. And then, I would like to hear more stories. You hear stories every now and then during the draft. So here goes one right here. Listen.
He entered the season drawing comparisons to some of the most feared defensive linemen in NFL history after a mid-season disappearing act that saw him record just 2 tackles in 5 games. Many scouts were left shaking their heads in disbelief. Even with the growing concern over his lack of production, there were some GMs who felt his poor stat lines were a direct result of the increased focus he began receiving as a result of his hot start.
Hear that?
One pointed specifically to reports of offensive coordinators fashioning entire game plans around avoiding him, knowing that his fellow linemen were incapable of picking up his mantle. He'll now have a chance to prove believers right, as he's expected to see significant playing time in the preseason with a line far superior to the one he had in college.
Now that's phenomenal. It's great that they have these stories and backstories and things like that, but here's the catch. Do you guys feel like that the things that they say are properly represented on the field? You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like the gift and the curse. They give you a little bit of story, even though I want more of those. I want more activity throughout the draft because as you can see right now, it's very boring. But the point of the whole point is the game has to get to a point gameplay wise where these things that how they are describing players, it needs to be more of gameplay. You understand what I'm saying? They're basically describing traits and behaviors and abilities, you know, whether that be physical or even mental. You know, think about 2K's morale situation, and I don't know why somebody's sending me a party request right now. But yeah, think about 2K's morale situation. You know, that the morale affects how that's the mental part of it. Think about chemistry and things like that, right? But then also physical, you know, how they describe these players. They are describing their abilities, a la weapons that Madden had in Madden 08, traits like Madden actually has now, just not enough of them, or 2K's badges. You know what I mean? All pro football's abilities. And that's how they describe these players. And the game has to get to a point where those things are working in unison, you know, with what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to do, man. So let me see what some of you guys are saying. My boy Tony in here, hell to the black and gold. Absolutely, man. I can't wait till tomorrow. ML, I'm not going to be on long. Just wanted to say what's up, and I appreciate the feedback. Absolutely, man. You already know. Let me see what else. My man, I can feel your heart beating. Tony Bruno show would come in handy. Yes. See? Absolutely. Just see, imagine if they had, I mean, of course, they probably couldn't get Mel Kiper and all these people. I know that's going to cost, but imagine if they had a Tony Bruno type situation, a created guy. Say, you know, they could even do it like that, or Larry Ridley, who they currently have now, and have him talking about it. Better yet, maybe, you know, Charles and what's my man's name? I'm losing it right now. Brandon. Charles and Brandon. The guys who do the commentary now. They're local. Maybe have them, you know, give you some of the draft stuff, since, you know, a lot of us in CFM say we don't really get the same updates as Play Now. Obviously, you know, because it's quote unquote, it is a fictitious season. But maybe incorporate those guys and allow them to be talking throughout the process. You know, and I know it would be hard to fill it all, but if you could just give us something like that. And again, it comes back to gameplay. You know what I mean? Seeing a lot of guys go off the board, man. I'm hoping the guy I want is still there. One of the guys, because I do a ton of scouting. You know, I have a lot of guys on my watch list.
The Giants are now on the clock.
Looks like I might get them. We'll see. We'll see. Because a couple of these guys that I'm looking at, I don't think they need that same position, but we'll see. What else some of you guys are saying?
Following a relatively quiet last season,
Tell him some Falcons picked I'm not home. Huh? Falcons joining from work. Oh, okay. I got you.
He was unable to follow through and again looked average across the board. Matt Miller tells me that besides the lackluster offseason, he's a tight end with no major weak areas.
I got you, brother.
He's a dependable player at the tight end position. I think he'll work out fine for them.
What's up, my man 757 here? What up, party? Oh, I might get my guy. So I gotta go. Gotta go with the QB, man. Gotta do it. Let's look at his measurables here. Broad jump second, third, and vertical jump don't really matter. His 40 ain't that long. That don't really matter. But look at his attributes. B plus and throwing power with B plus, and accuracy short B plus, and accuracy mid. We got to take him. He's one of the guys I recruited or scouted. So let's go ahead and do it. And they gave us a good pick. So let's take a look at his statistics here, guys. Oh, look at the trait. Look at the trait, guys. That's huge. Superstar trait. That's major right there. He's a 78 overall. So far as awareness is low, we can work on that. Deep ball accuracy is low. We definitely need to work on that because y'all know I like to air it out. But the mid accuracy and short accuracy is pretty solid. You know, that's what we can definitely deal with that. His throw power is pretty good. Throw on the run is average. You know, pretty decent. Maybe above average. Play action, I would say average. And speed is average. But we can definitely deal with that. Let's take a look at his skills. So they say Adrian Hilton is the 28th ranked quarterback in the league based on his overall rating, putting him in the top 17% of quarterbacks. All right, so we're looking at his traits here. Balanced QB style, ideal sense of pressure, ideal forcing passes, tight spiral, predictable player, balanced penalty bias. All right, cool. Oh, so not too bad, not too bad. Stamina 88, strength is pretty much low, but yeah, not too bad. Solid pick. So they said he was ranked number 16 in true talent, and I was able to draft him at 23. So that was a solid pick right there. So Adrian Hilton, guys, welcome the new Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback. All right, so let's see what some of you guys are talking about. Oh, the Falcons. Falcons joining from work. So let me let them know. Falcons not home. All right, I'll just say, you just told me in the live stream that you're not at home. Let me make sure that's what you wanted me to say. Tell him some Falcons picks. Okay. He said, you can send his picks. Uh-oh, I hear my little 3-year-old coming. So yeah, guys. We got us a quarterback. Now we'll have to see how everything pans out. Ed Werder just lost his job at ESPN. He needs to work. Yeah, EA can bring him in, right? Oh man, Paul Bullock said I'm the best YouTuber ever. Wow, man, I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. I know that's one's opinion, but I absolutely appreciate that. Steelers need safeties. We absolutely do. Now I wouldn't say safeties. Are you talking? Let me ask you this: you talking real Steelers? Or we talking Madden? Hey guys, I'm Brazilian. What's up, man? I don't know if you're in Brazil right now, but shout outs to you. Tom Brady the GOAT. Yeah, well, okay, okay. So we can take a look at what some of these other guys everyone is picking. See, I also wish there was a way for you to view other players, like their picks. Like I would like to be able to go to that tight end that the Titans got, see who he is, and the D tackle and things like. Well, actually, let me see. Can you still do? Are they underdrafted? Possibly. Nah, that would be mine. Yeah, I would like to see other players' picks. Mace, what are you doing in there? Huh? It sounds like you ain't doing nothing. Okay, go ahead.